Hello all, 16th of July 2017, you're here with Dan in Essex UK down the allotment. Really underway here, some good crops coming, we've got some good dwarf beans, variety Speedy coming here, the Enorma Runner beans are coming on, the marrows are coming on, got some tomatoes coming and things are just looking great. So let's have a look. Now, done a little bit of picking, this is just going to be for dinner today. Marrow there, I believe this was variety long green bush, pretty decent. Got some runner beans and some dwarf beans, as I stated before, variety Speedy, which have done very well actually. So nice and neat and tidy. I'm not going to take total credit for this, I've had some help clearing this up because I've been so busy with various other bits and bobs, haven't had the time to get down here, but never mind, someone's helped me and the allotment is looking great now. So we've got some cucumbers here. Hopefully they'll be cropping soon, and there's also some butternut squash as well. And here we have got some sweet corn, you can see here, looking good. Got a clear patch here, going to put something in here. Not 100% sure what yet, but a few bits and bobs. We have got the Hinnonmaki red gooseberries here. There's one bush, two bushes. This is Hinnonmaki green and another Hinnonmaki green here. Put out some good growth, and the plan is to take some cuttings off of this in the winter. I do have a video how to take a gooseberry cutting if you are indeed interested. So that's one thing I'm going to do. These are being picked, had a decent crop off of them to be honest, considering the plants are only relatively small. So hopefully going to go from strength to strength. Over here, this is looking brilliant. The sweet corn looking good. Look at these. You can see we're starting to get underway now with regards to a crop. Each one has got about 2 cobs on, so I'm very happy with that. Expecting about 40 to 60 cobs off of this patch. So, you know, can't say fairer than that really, considering I've not had all the time in the world to tend to this allotment. It's looking good, all being considered. So, a good first year here. Got a bit of a black fly problem, but I'm not going to get too involved with that, simply because, you know, still carrying some good crops. Here, variety, this is blackcurrant. I did write down what variety this one is. This one is aubergine. Once again, going to take some cuttings off of this at the end of the year. And I've got a variety Baldwin blackcurrant here. As my long-term viewers know, this allotment is still well under development, and I'm just going to naturally see how it develops to me, but I'm quite happy with how it's looking. The runner beans are starting to come, as I stated before, variety Enorma, and they are living up to their name, although I'm not going to let them get enormous because I like to eat them when they're tender. So got some crops coming here. I mean, you can really see the lush green growth, and this, as people who have been following me for a while know, that this allotment is being done in the no-dig fashion, and very much enriched this soil with organic matter and manure and things like that. So that could account for why there's such this lovely lush green growth. I mean, look at all these flowers. Presuming each one of these turns into a bean, I will be incredibly happy. And I've got some asparagus here. The asparagus bed is going to develop, because they do take time to develop, and that was one good thing actually about this allotment. This was already here when I came, so going to leave that in, and thank you for people who pointed out to me that this is indeed asparagus, because although I do have a lot of experience in growing fruit and veg, I've never actually really grown asparagus before, so that's new to me, so I do like to learn new things. And here we've got the potatoes, assortment of varieties. I've got Desiree, I've got Maris Piper, King Edward and Estima here. And I set them all at the same time. I know that's not what you're supposed to do because they are for different crops, so these main crops, second main crop, etc. But once again, I put them all in due to time constraints, but so far so good, and I'm happy. I'm expecting there's already some good crops under there, but I'm going to leave them a little bit longer. You can see some of them are still flowering, so going to wait. And here we have got the marrows, and these are all looking good. You saw the big one I picked earlier, look down there, look at that, see, all coming on well. Got some tomatoes, you can see these are bush tomatoes because I didn't want to get too involved with having to tie them up or anything like that, or pinch out side shoots, so I simply put them in. So here, look, tomatoes, look, coming on, all down there, one ready to ripen there, look, you see that green one in there, just in there, look. And there's also some nice juicy looking ones there. And here we go. Spoke a lot about these dwarf beans variety Speedy. You can see just how small the plants are, but had a good picking, several good pickings of these actually. They crop heavily for a very small plant. So if you've got just this, look at this tiny little bit of space. That's about, I don't know, 1.5 meters by 2 meters. No, not even that, to be honest. Either way, you can see how small it is, and it's cropping very well. And the rhubarb that was by the allotment is all looking good down there. That was already with the allotment when it came on. So yeah, pretty happy. Just goes to show really. Aha, a cucumber. There we go. In fact, no, that's not a cucumber, that is a marrow, because I also put marrows and courgettes in here as well. So over here what we've got is, this is a bed that I'm going to be setting later in the year. Not exactly sure what with, but no dig bed. You see all that life down there, look, good nutritious soil. I'm thinking probably of sticking some brassicas in here, because as you guys know, I'm very fond of brassicas simply because you can eat, you can pick them in the middle of winter. They're hardy things, they're strong. I'll put some of them in, and I'm expecting a decent crop from them. So there you guys go. Allotment's looking good. Hope everybody out there is doing well, and let's hope the summer continues. All the best, speak soon.